What's that? Playoffs?
No.
YouTube, what's that?
Hi, everybody.
Than Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, that was the most exciting thing to happen tonight.
Game's over. Game is finally fucking be over.
Ed, you got to turn your mic on. I think. Got his hand on the button.
And now, our feature program.
No, I did.
Screen.
Yes, we are.
Technical
Good now,
difficulties,
right?
what's that?
The heck you say?
We never have those.
Just like we always start on time.
Come on, we're 17 minutes early.
Mm.
That's a good time for me. I mean, I'm an hour ahead of you guys, so or
Yeah.
behind you guys, whatever. So we're on time for me.
Nope, she gone.
Oh, Amanda left too.
Amanda's saying you have no sound.
You took too long.
But can she see us is the question.
Yes, she can see us.
Because the gods are kind.
So Smitty has sound.
That's because my LP got me a mixing board and showed me how to hook this stuff up, and I did that.
Two of us are squared away.
So happens when you're O Pro like us, you're an expert
so-
over here talking
So
stuff.
it looks like Travis is the only one that doesn't have sound.
Well, fuck it, let's move on. We don't need it.
We feel like a normal podcast.
Jeremy, you got the Google Drive up?
I do have the Google Docs up.
What are we talking about?
Well, we were going to talk college, but with the frozen crisp, we're going to pass on that till he unfreezes. We got Think Tank this
5
week?
a.m. tomorrow. There is no think tank. Like I said, I don't know where the thing is. So
Okay, so let's start with NFL.
But if it's coming
we're
from
gonna
your computer.
continue. We're gonna continue going till you while you're doing whatever you're gonna do over there.
So anyone's listening to this right now, watching this right now, you're going to see Travis in the corner talking but not hearing, where we realize the fact that he has no sound. He's working that as we talk. But we can hear him. You just can't.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna start off. The old man turned 44 this week. How many more years do you think Tom Brady will play?
are we still talking about him?
He's still winning Super Bowls. So we gotta talk about him.
Tom who?
He's Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh, dude.
No, that's Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
Oh,
Look, if Aaron Rodgers gets a Super Bowl ring, is it more exciting than Tom Brady getting another Super Bowl ring? I think.
No.
Depends on what fan you are.
Well, I mean, he's got
As football
6.
as a whole.
Who fucking cares if he gets another one?
Yeah, 7, don't he?
he
Does
has
he have
7.
7? All right, so
He won 6 in New
7
England. He
Who
has
cares?
more
done it
Super Bowl
7
rings than
times.
any team has Super Bowl wins.
It's kind of like when I'm having sex and I finish. I know it's gonna happen. I'm not surprised by it. So why do I care?
So you're saying Tom's gonna win?
If he's gonna
More
win
Super
another one,
Bowls?
he's gonna win another one. Who cares? He's been there. He's done it 7 fucking
You're
times.
saying it's anticlimactic.
Yeah, it's like having 10 cowboy main time games in the season. Who cares?
Well, that's because the Cowboys suck.
They get 10 primetime games. So if Tom Brady goes to the Super Bowl and Tom Brady wins another Super Bowl, does anybody really care anymore?
How do they
Yes.
get in primetime games? No, they don't.
I
I
don't.
think
game of-
they have
having a
like
game at 4 o'clock is not
7.
prime time.
I think they have 7 considered primetime games.
So that's a Thursday night game,
Every team has a Thursday night game.
and every team has a Monday night game. There's 2 prime times, and then you get the Sunday night game. What other games do they have that are prime time? A 4
I don't
o'clock
know.
game. Oh, Thanksgiving is considered Thursday night. So, what are the other games that they have that are prime time?
Travis, talk.
We've been here.
Amanda says still no.
Maybe we should keep it this way because we have the most viewers than we ever had.
Exactly. So
You?
Nate,
Yeah.
you're thinking that Brady's gonna win again?
I don't care. I really don't care. If he wins again, if he never wins again, if he plays till he's 90, I just don't care.
Well, how many more years do you think he's gonna play?
Don't care. I don't care.
You're so over him winning Super
Yeah,
Bowls, you're done.
I'm just over him. Like, yeah, he's 44 years old. He's still playing football. He's won 7 Super Bowl rings. I don't care anymore. I just don't care.
I think this is his last year.
If
I
he did something like cured cancer, I might care. He throws a football. He has people catch a ball. He hands a ball off. I don't care.
someone's angry tonight.
Oh, I am feisty.
I'm just saying, it's the same thing as Aaron Rodgers.
he must.
Fucks about that too. If the Packers win a Super Bowl or they don't, I don't give a fuck.
Hey,
don't care.
when did we get a South Pole elf here?
I really don't care.
But you know what? We don't know if Tom Brady can actually cure cancer because he hasn't tried. I bet you. Right.
He has the money
He
to
can do
figure it out.
everything else. So I
All
think it's
right,
gonna be last year. I think he's gonna get hit so hard, his leg's gonna snap under the pressure, and he's never gonna recover from that.
You
I
mean
think his last
surgically
game
repaired?
he's gonna lose 62-10, like Dan Marino did against the Oilers or whatever that was when his final game in his career.
So you're saying his surgically repaired knee that he just played a full season on with a torn ligament is gonna finally be taken out and destroyed?
Yeah, because there's a thing that beats everybody, and that's time. And even though he might be healthy and awesome or whatever, but he's still 44.
Yeah, but he looks younger now than he did when he first came into the league.
People say that, but he don't look no younger. He looked like a baby who got into the league. He looks good for 44. He still don't look.
Okay, moving on. Trevor Lawrence, the number 1 pick,
Okay, Amanda, hear him?
hasn't been having great practices since the defense was told they could start to play tight and attack the ball. Do we think he's going to live up to the hype of the number 1 draft pick?
No way in hell. I said that at the beginning of the draft. I'm sorry, Nate. You said first last time. I'll say first time. There's no way he's going to live up to this draft, to the hype of this draft. He would have to have the best rookie season since what's the name this year? He has to be better than Herbert. He has to be better than the guy from the Bengals. He has to get.
Yeah.
He has to be better than because when Marino did his thing, he wasn't his rookie year. It was his second year in the season. So
Yeah, a lot of time rookie year, they're not that good.
right. So he would have to be Joe Montana in his prime to live up to the hype that people threw on that young man.
Oh, yeah.
I just can't wait to see how great this Jaguars defense is.
Are they supposed to be good this year? I haven't been paying much attention
I don't know
to
if they keep picking off their quarterback. They can't be that bad.
Nate's like, I'm not going to discuss what you want to discuss. I'm going to discuss what I want to discuss.
I don't. Who again?
I don't care.
Don't
I
care.
don't care how good he is. He just throws the ball. He hands the ball off. People catch the ball. I'm over him.
I don't like it when there's so much hype about one person and whether or not they're gonna do something good or do something bad. I just don't care. They get paid to be there. They get paid to play like everybody else. Why are you overhyping one individual over anybody else? I don't care. If
That's
now
what-
their
what's the sports
defense
fans
is
do.
picking them off left and right, I can't wait to see their defense play.
Left
Fuck
and white? What
That's
direction
right.
is white?
Hey, it's
The
important.
correct direction.
Okay. The Patriots are going with Newton as a starter instead of Mac Jones, even though Mac has shown huge strides in having more on days than off. If they
Are
stick
you
with
there,
Cam,
Travis?
do we think if they stick with Cam, do you think they're going to do better this year than they did last year?
Yep.
Why?
Because they were purposely sucking last year.
I don't think they're purposely sucking.
They are going to be in the wild card this season.
They might. Yeah, they have Buffalo
Yeah.
to contend with, but Buffalo has a tougher schedule this year because they were the number 1 seed in the East. So I mean, they have a chance to actually, especially with the 17-game season. There's a lot of variables up there.
Well, I don't see the. I mean, I think they'll be just fine without Jones. I don't think Jones is a great quarterback to begin with. I think
I'm
they'll be
with you on
better than
that.
with Cam Newton. But I still think I mean, they still have to contend with Buffalo. It's true, but I think they're just as good, if right around the same talent level as Miami. So one of those two teams is going to be better than the other. One's going to have one more win than the other. I think it's going to be Miami. And now you got this team of New England going against. We just talked about them. The Bengals and Tennessee and Cleveland. And now where does the Patriots land? Do they make the 7th seed? Not with all the talent in the AFC right now. I don't think they do.
All right, we'll see. Do we think Cam makes it through the whole year, or do you think Mac starts halfway through?
I think Cam's going to be their quarterback the whole season.
I think all the way to win that Super Bowl this year.
Yep.
I think he's started till he gets hurt, and then when he
Belichick
misses,
isn't going to put Jones in unless he's 100% fact he's going to actually do well.
I think Jones starts once Cam gets hurt and he's out for a game. I think that's the changing of the proverbial guard. That's when.
What if he
that's
doesn't hurt?
Belichick
Huh?
doesn't give a damn.
Well, if he doesn't get hurt, do they just wait for the bye week or what?
Possibly they might pull up what Miami did last year.
No, I think.
Did we all just take a sip at the same time?
We
all
did
did.
it in succession.
Waterfall.
Okay, now we're going to talk about Mr. South Pole Elf's favorite player, Mr. A-Rod.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mason Crosby.
No, Aaron Rodgers made it to practice on time, so he would not be fined the $50,000 per day of missing camp. And now he has revised deal for only 2 years instead of 3 that he had before. Is this just another sign that he wants out of Green Bay?
I don't think there's any questioning without Green Bay.
I don't think there's a question about that.
I was going to say, I think he verbally admitted he wanted out of Green Bay. Did you guys hear his press conference where he went on for a good 40 minutes just pretty much tearing apart their front office and GM and stuff?
I'm very happy he did it.
I'm
glad
surprised
to
he
see
didn't get
Randall
fined.
Cobb back too.
Yeah.
He said a lot of things that a cocky person, they come to play for me. No one wants to come to Green Bay. They want to play because I'm here. Now, anyone, and that's true. But to hear him say it made me think, what a cocky bastard. It's true, but
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, but he needed to. He definitely made it all about him.
Yeah.
He thinks the whole team is all about him.
He just doesn't like how the front office handles their stuff. And Green Bay always had a problem. It's very rare if they sign a free agent. He was very accurate when he mentioned about how the Packers just let people go, didn't try to restructure contracts, just no negotiation, let key players off of the team that would have helped them. And again, I know he said nothing about Jordan Love wasn't an issue, but really, you're going to trade up to get your heir apparent when you know that you still have a lot left in you. The Packers could have waited. They could have picked anybody else up, and I think that aspect of it was definitely harmful to them. And then he also mentioned the fact that he can help with recruiting. How many wide receivers do you think would want to play with Aaron Rodgers? Probably the equal number that want to play with Tom Brady.
Probably.
So why wouldn't you use that?
That's a good point. But when he says that stuff, go ahead,
Jeremy. In the end of the day, these players aren't solely basing where they go on who's throwing them the ball. They're basing it on who's going to pay them the most money. That's why many big-name receivers never go to New England. They never go to Green Bay. And they always end up in like Dallas or somewhere like that that's going to throw all the cash at them.
Very true. Green Bay doesn't have a huge pocketbook.
But
Well,
isn't that
everyone
what,
has the same pocketbook to play from. It's just they're not willing to devote that money to a receiver.
But isn't that what Green Bay did with Aaron Rodgers? Wasn't Aaron Rodgers sitting behind the heir apparent of Brett Favre for like 3 years?
Yes.
So now Aaron Rodgers is going to get a little hurt because they do the exact same thing to him. It's a smart move on their part because even if he's great and they restructure his contract and may give him 3 more years, at Green Bay he wants to stay. Next year they draft another quarterback and they trade Love. That's what they do. It's a
If
smart
I was
play.
them, I would have waited till Rodgers had like 2 years left on his contract.
The issue is they didn't know if there'd be a quarterback at the point they were picking at that point in time.
Hey, Travis. Travis has said some amazing, wonderful pearls of wisdom during this, and you guys are missing it. I mean, these are like Gandhi talk right here, and I cannot believe we can't hear it.
Okay, Travis had a question here for you, Nate. If Aaron Rodgers starts this year, this makes his stay with the Packers the longest of any of their starting quarterbacks of the past.
Yes. So the
Favre wasn't drafted by them, was he?
No, he was drafted by the Falcons, but no
Yeah.
Packers quarterback has made it past 16 seasons, and this is
Has
Rodgers.
any player made it past 16 single seasons with Green Bay?
Nope.
Anyone? No.
No quarterback has ever done it.
Or any player at all.
As far as my knowledge is, yeah.
Well, 16 years is a lot of time to play for a football player, regardless. I mean, seriously, how many football players play 17, 20 years?
I mean, the average career of a football player is like 2.5 years. For
In the legs through the season.
Because they play off like the practice squads and the kickoff returns and to keep a job.
That and their backups for most of their career. So he just kind of journeyman.
Yeah, and they aren't demanding the high dollar contracts.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll take league minimum. They'll bounce from place to place without really caring. All right, that seems to be all Travis really has. A few other things I've heard this week or have come up this week. Can you just stop if we can't? No one else can hear you. The Giants fiasco at practice. Did you guys hear about this? Where the little the brawl happened?
I saw something that you said something about something.
So at Giants practice, one of the defenders hit a running back. Apparently the running back thought it was a little late, so he pushed the defensive player. The defensive player pushed him back. The tight end then pushed the defensive player, and then another safety pushed the tight end from the back, and it started a huge brawl. And next thing you know, their starting quarterback is at the bottom of this huge pile of a brawl going on. It reminded me of the replacements.
Sounds like the Giants are ready to work as a team this season and take first place in their conference.
Well,
let them win it all. That would be awesome.
They don't have much to battle against, but so apparently after all said and done, they had to do 100-yard wind sprints for multiple minutes, and the only thing you could hear on the entire practice field was Joe Judge yelling explicit language and blowing his whistle.
Do you think he's going to get fined by the league for violating some type of players?
Nope, it didn't. It didn't violate any of those things.
Really? That's surprising. It's going to happen when they restructure their contracts, I'm sure.
I think it qualified as conditioning because of how we made them do it. So, yeah. So the whole team had to do it for a while.
And rightfully so. I hate the fact the sport is to the point where it's a violent sport, and they're trying to make it unviolent, and they're trying to make it, it's all poetry now. It's like, so they can't do the 2-a-days and the 3 days, and you can walk through, and you only can do for like 20 minutes with your fingernail polish on. Otherwise, you get fined. It's like, play the game, practice so you can win. And you know what happened when they started doing that, when they first changed that back in the 90s, you know what happened? Patriots started winning football games. Just saying.
You don't say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the other thing the other big news this week, I guess, was Mr. Carson Wentz is hurt yet again.
Yep. Did they ever
So-
figure out who they're going to bring in, or if they're going to bring anybody?
Well, so I heard they had reached out to Andrew Luck to see if he'd be interested in coming back for a short stint. He had no interest in even answering their phone call, apparently. And the other coincidental information that came up shortly after that was Philip Rivers said he wasn't 100. He was keeping himself in shape, and he wasn't against coming back if a team needed him.
I think they should try to get up Kyle Orton.
He came out, Nick Foles, he came out, did a huge press conference, pretty much begging the coach in Indy, who was the coach in Philly when they won the Super Bowl, saying you know how to win with me. I'm available here. All I'm doing is playing with the third stringers and this and that and this and that. Pretty much trying to levy
Wentz's job again.
Yes.
He's trying to.
He's trying to. He thinks he's a starting quality quarterback, and no one else in the NFL does.
I mean,
But he
he
won
could
the
be that
Super
caliber
Bowl.
in New York.
Yes, but there's many
The Super-
quarterbacks
and
that
was
won
he
a
MVP?
Super Bowl. There's many players that won a Super Bowl and won MVP that didn't play good, that weren't Super Bowl caliber quarterbacks. I mean, hell, Rex Grossman made it to a Super Bowl.
But he was a starting quarterback for his team for like 7 years.
Yes, he was also garbage. He made
was
the
obviously
Super Bowl.
One
good
of
to be
the best
starting quarterback.
quarterbacks Chicago ever had.
He was one of the. Devin Hester was the reason they made it to the Super Bowl that year.
Well, Adam Vinatieri is the reason why you guys got at least 2 Super Bowl rings.
3. I'll give him credit for all 3.
Hey, Travis, hey, have you any questions or anything you want to pose to us? Even though no one can hear you, we can hear you. So if you want to be part of this conversation and you have something you want to know, please ask. I mean, it's your show, but you know. You said it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you
I
fine.
can hear you. It's fine.
You guys, we just missed on the perfect opportunity. Just go,
Yeah.
what? Huh? Can't hear you. What are you talking about? Why didn't we think of that?
So who's ever listening, Travis cannot be heard by you all, but we can hear him. So we wanted to put him in there if he had some questions or.
Okay, so besides that news, I don't think there's been much really else going on since training camp opened a little over a week ago.
I say this show has turned out into my sex life where there's just so much anticipation and hype in the beginning, and then it just dies out really fast.
Okay, so a few other things we could talk about is Super Bowl favorites to win this year. First of all, who is your picks to win the Super Bowl this year?
The Browns.
The Browns.
You know, I
didn't mean for it to be, but I went through the whole thing, and that's what it ended up being. I think they're going to play Green Bay.
torn because I want the Bills to make it, and I want them to finally win. But I kind of feel like till someone can dethrone Tampa, I mean, their division got
That's
easier
the
this year.
point. That's the whole point of the Super Bowl, to dethrone the last.
Yeah,
Until somebody can dethrone it, that's going to be this year. What the fuck?
But
So
the
you gotta
issue,
have it happen before you pick someone
yes,
else?
but the issue is the NFC got weaker over the offseason.
I think
The better teams, I mean, except for Green Bay, the better teams in the NFC got worse.
I think the Vikings have a really strong chance of taking the NFC North.
I think the Rams.
Yes, but they're the Vikings, and Matt Stafford can't win against teams with winning records.
Matt Stafford's not in Minnesota.
No, he's on the Rams.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but we keep saying this kind of stuff. These teams are used to it. But as a Patriot fan, which you are, that team was garbage from 1965 till 1997. Okay, they had one Super Bowl. And they lost it in 85.
They shouldn't have been in the Super Bowl that year.
But the point is, now they're freaking the gun. Well, I mean, without Tom Brady. So teams that would say, "Well, they never do this. They never do this." You never know when they're going to start doing it. That's my point.
I
They
mean,
could just
look
Oh,
at
start
that's
doing
very
it.
true.
Tannehill when he went to Tennessee.
Right.
He was
Exactly.
good in Miami. He's really good in Tennessee. So
Well,
And-
that's because of Derrick Henry.
still,
whatever it takes.
I mean,
No,
yeah.
I
Very
love
true.
this man. He gives Tom Brady all the credit for everything, but when it's a different quarterback, it's because of a different player. Fuck you,
Oh,
man.
No, we're not talking about Tom Brady. Did you get the memo?
No, but
the South Pole Alpha is against Tom Brady.
I think Tampa Bay is a very good favorite to win the Super Bowl, but then you have Kansas City, the Bengals, the Rams, Cleveland, Buffalo.
Bengals, no.
Yeah.
Isn't Arizona in the NFC as well?
Yes. Bengals
They're
in the
coming up too.
Bengals are in the AFC, and until they get what's his name fully back after the injury, he's not going to be right for at least the first half of the season off that
I guess
ACL
that's a
injury.
good point. I guess it's a good point.
Every quarterback coming back because they're hesitant to really plant that foot and throw through.
Except for Tom Brady.
No, the year he came back, he was garbage for at least for the first half of the year.
What do we think about Atlanta?
Atlanta just doesn't know how to win. That's a proverbial team that just always manages to just fall apart. And they got rid of Julio Jones.
Yeah, but they got
Right.
that. Don't they have that stud tight end that
Pitts.
just got picked up in the draft, Kyle Pitts?
Yeah, but you cannot replace Julio Jones with Pitts. I hate to tell you.
Yeah, but
I mean, Tennessee's scary with that. With adding Julio Jones, that team has stacked beyond belief. If
What about
Tannehill
the
can,
Jets, man?
they don't know who their quarterback's going to be.
The Jets, man, they could do some.
No, see, the Jets, in theory, have a quarterback. The rest of their team is garbage because they've been getting rid of no one wants to play on their team because they hate their coach and GM and stuff.
we also forgot that Kansas City is still a thing.
I said
Yeah.
Kansas City.
I was going to say Kansas City, but if history's taught us anything, till Tom Brady's not in the playoffs, Mahomes can't get past him. Regular season, Mahomes can beat up on Brady all day long. When it comes to postseason time, there's just something about it that Mahomes can't get over. Like, that's his Mount Rushmore. He just can't seem to
Okay, see,
crest
that's
the peak.
But there's always time to
I've ever
grow.
heard in my life.
There is.
That's ludicrous. You want to tell me that's ludicrous? I'm gonna tell you why. Because this
I love the
last
fact
year,
you're echoing now.
Tom Brady and the the Buccaneers beat Kansas City, right? In Mahomes. The year before that, Mahomes and his team won the Super Bowl, right? The year before that, Mahomes wasn't playing. So you can't say that Tom Brady's his he got to get over because he only played the motherfucker one time. So fuck off. I mean, come on. It's not like he played each other 17 times in the postseason.
Do you not recall the 2 years prior when New England went to the Super Bowl, they went through Kansas City?
Mahomes wasn't playing.
Yes, he was. This is his fifth year. This
He
is
wasn't playing.
Mahomes'
He didn't
fifth
play
year.
rookie year. No,
Yeah, he played the 2 years after that.
no. This is his third year as a starting quarterback.
Yeah,
No.
he started in 2019.
And he didn't play his first year. He didn't play as a rookie out of Texas Tech. Because he played behind Alex Smith.
He was drafted in 2017.
Oh, yep, there it is.
So he didn't play in the 2017 season. He played 2018, 2019, 2020, now 2021.
Yeah, but in
4 years.
Why does 18, 19, and 20 all have asterisks next to his name?
See, so what are you talking about? What are you talking about? He so apparently he must have beat Tom Brady at some point in time because Kansas City won the Super Bowl.
No, the New England didn't make it to past the wild card round that year, and they didn't play Kansas City.
Yep. But
But the year
how many times has Mahomes played Brady in the playoffs?
once.
2 or 3.
One. Oh,
Nope. Go back and look. They played in the 2018 postseason or 2019. The last time New England won a Super Bowl. They played so the 2019 season they played in the playoffs.
and that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is last year Tom Brady beat him in the Super Bowl. The year before
and
that,
the year before that it was the AFC Championship, or 2 years before that it was the AFC Championship game.
So Brady and Mahomes have split 4 head-to-head matchups in those 4 games. So they're tied 2-2.
Yeah, but the 2 times are the regular season games. The 2 wins for Mahomes of the regular season. Like I said, in the postseason, he just can't seem to get over it. But you have to also consider that a team losing the Super Bowl, they don't usually make it back.
Cut to Buffalo.
Yeah, let me phrase it. They don't make it back and win. Tell that to Buffalo. Buffalo knows that feeling very well. But normally, a team that loses the Super Bowl they make the postseason less than 50% of the time.
That's true. Miami, when they first won the Super Bowl, they lost the Super Bowl. The next year, they went undefeated. So they were the first team to do that, and one of the only teams to win the Super Bowl after losing the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that's true.
It has happened since then, but not too often. It's very rare. It's the elite of the elite that make it back the next year. It's almost like the year they went and lost is like a year too early for them.
The elite of elite, of course, that's because New England did it, so we know.
Well, I mean, most of the time, a team that wins Super Bowl, if they do make it back, they lose it.
It's true. It's true.
I mean,
but my point, even if it is twice he played, that's not enough.
He's in the postseason. It seems like he can't make it past him.
There's not enough body of work to support your case.
Out of his 3 years,
if it was like he played 5 years in a row, then you have a case.
Brady's not going to do this for 5 years in a row.
Well, according to whoever wrote the Google Doc, he's going to be there forever.
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
90. Didn't you get the memo?
He might.
I fixed it. I finally got it.
Oh well, it was a good show, everybody.
Yeah. Oh wait, we gotta go. Okay, so you guys both think the Browns. I'm thinking possibly the Bills.
Oh, probably.
I want the Bills to go. They have a team. They should go. They deserve it. But knowing the Bills, they'll get there and lose.
Against Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna go. If my money was in line, I would put it on Tampa. They didn't lose any of their big weapons.
They didn't lose anybody.
Yeah.
They didn't lose anybody, and they didn't lose any coaching staff.
Right.
It's one of the first times ever the team that won the Super Bowl didn't lose any one of the coaching staff.
And everybody that basically had a contract that came due this past year, they're like, well, we'll do an extension for another season and just for the same amount of money.
You want to know why?
Because they're like, well, we want another ring.
No, the salary cap went down. Because the COVID year, the salary cap went down, which made the available money for a lot of these teams a lot less. So that's why you saw a lot of big name players not get re-signed with their teams or not get extensions because the teams couldn't afford it. Or like Julio Jones, they had to trade him, they had to get rid of him.
Right.
Because the cap went down, they could no longer afford those players. So these players realized, oh shit, the market's not there to pay me what I'm really worth. I can do a 1-year deal. Hopefully the season's not affected by COVID. Revenue can go back up. Salary cap goes back up. Now I can go get that big contract I want. And with another good year, with a good quarterback throwing the ball, better stats, possibly another Super Bowl win,
they're worth
it's going to look better on the resume. I can demand more money.
Well, I'm going to go on the I'm not sure what you're going to call this, but
the record.
Record. I don't think it's the best idea to keep your complete team you won the Super Bowl with and a complete staff and nothing new. The reason that is that means every team out there already has a whole body of work of what your team does. There's nothing different. They could change it up a little bit, but you've already played the same players. You know what they plan to do, and you already have 17 games of film on that exact team. With no chance.
Technically 19 games.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that's about the study. I mean, obviously they'll change some, plays here and there, but you still know the players. So I don't know if it's exactly the best thing to keep all your players in your coaching.
Well, they also didn't get into their stride until about 3/4 of the way through the season. So.
Yeah, but think about all the years that New England ran the same play, and for some reason they always left the Edelman Welker position wide open. Never covered him. Always knew that's where he was going, and still could never cover him. Mm-hmm. Sometimes these defensive coordinators get too overconfident and think they're going to reinvent the wheel. So there's always that case that could happen.
Well, that's true, but because New England was really good at stealing the Purdue's playbook. And
hey, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Amen to that. Okay, so we got Tampa Bay, Cleveland, and Cleveland. Okay. I mean, I don't.
No, I'm saying the Bills.
Oh, Bills.
I'm saying
like
the Bills. I could see them going and losing because that's what the Bills do.
I do like the Bills pick, and I think they're
Bills is a really good, solid pick.
Yes.
Okay, so the favorites to win the Super Bowl at plus 500 is the Chiefs. So they're the number one team.
But no, they got to play against Tom Brady. They can't get over that mountain.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you got a mountain to get
now,
over.
Can anyone guess who number 2 is?
No.
Dallas.
Nope, the Bucks at plus 600. Number 3,
Buffalo.
Green Bay.
Buffalo.
Oh.
Number 4,
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Number 5, there's a 3-way tie.
I'm gonna go with my picks are gonna be I don't know.
Let's go Seattle.
Nope.
Who?
Rams, Arizona,
Yep. Rams are 1.
Oh.
Arizona, no.
Cleveland.
Nope.
No. Vikings.
Nope. There's another purple team.
See?
Oh, I have the list in front of me.
Oh,
So I can
Ravens.
cheat.
Ravens and Niners. Those are 3 teams tied at number 5 to at plus 14.
Ravens?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
They're
think
still-
that the
they're still
running
trying to
maniac
bump
is
up Lamar
insane.
Jackson.
Yeah, they
Okay,
think Lamar
at
Jackson can
number
actually play.
8 is your guys' pick, the Browns. At number 9 is the Seahawks. At number 10 is the Titans. At number 11 is another 3-way tie between 3 very different teams. We got the Saints, the Cowboys, and the Chargers.
I can see the Cowboys because of the fact that they're the NFC North. I mean,
Well, you should have Dak Prescott back, CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, they do have a lot of talent, but it's Dallas. There's the Jerry Jones effect.
Hmm.
And then at number 14 and 15, we got a 2-way tie in the AFC East.
Patriots in Miami.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Woo! I've never been that high up.
Yeah, so a 2-way tie at 14, so plus 3,500. So if you want to make a bet right now, if you put $100 on, I'm not sure if I can even run it anymore because where I'm located.
Can you not bet in your state anymore, Jeremy?
I don't know.
I think
You should
gambling
find
is
that out.
legal.
Well, South Carolina does have its own set of rules, so you should find that out.
Where was that? How did I get that?
It's been so long that Jeremy doesn't remember anymore.
No, I just did this earlier, but I don't remember how I got from preseason to.
Well, you said 35, 30. So if you bet $1, it's $3,500 you'd win.
Yeah.
Okay, so you bet 100, it'd be 35,000.
All right, so that's gotta be that.
Right.
Okay. All right, I think I figured it all out, so that way we can hear everybody.
Good man. So what you're saying is everyone here should bet $1 on every team. You spend $32, and the least you're going to win is $500.
If that's the way, I feel like that's a little wrong.
Is that not right?
You are right, but I don't think that works that way.
Why not?
I don't know. I should go to New Hampshire. I can try tomorrow. Well, Nate, you're closer.
I am.
So if you bet $100, payout would be $500.
Okay, so if you bet
No,
$1,
payout would be $600. So you'd get $500 in profits. So if you bet $1, you'd get $6.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not if you spend $32. It is.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, there's some teams where you can easily eliminate, like the Giants, the Jets, the
Yeah.
Jags,
Yeah.
The
the
Dolphins.
Raiders.
The Dolphins, the Packers.
All the Dolphins are
The
more likely to
Patriots.
make it than the Patriots. My guess
No,
is
they have the same. They have the same odds to making it.
Yeah, but as long as they're gonna stick with Cam Newton, there's no way.
Cam Newton's gonna have a great season.
I'm gonna get taller. We're
haven't
gonna be
talked
honest
about-
here.
What's the other team? We haven't. There's one team we haven't said nothing about. What team was that?
Raiders.
The Panthers,
Raiders. That was it.
Yeah, the Raiders.
just
The
said
Raiders.
Or
are
the
on this list.
Broncos.
the Broncos don't know who their quarterback is.
Yeah. So they have.
They were so hoping to get Aaron Rodgers, though.
Oh yeah.
I think if it wasn't
All
a
right.
COVID year, he would have moved to real quick. But he wanted the money.
No, Green Bay wasn't going to let him go.
Nope, they refused to trade him. He didn't want money. He restructured his contract.
Right.
Yeah,
He's
they,
done.
For
they
less
tried
years.
to make him. They tried to extend him, and
They
he said no.
offered
He
to
wants.
make him the highest paid quarterback in NFL history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was going to get paid more than Mahomes, and he said no.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want the money.
Nope.
No, he's done with Green Bay.
And if I was Green Bay, I'd be petty as hell. I'd be like, how long's your contract left? 3 more years? Guess what? You're going to play him.
Yep. Oh! By the way, they were going to franchise you after.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could retire and go do what's it called?
Or don't play and get paid. That's fine by us, too.
Yeah.
Well, no, if you don't play, you don't get paid.
Okay, well, don't get paid. No. I'm sure he could have went. I'm sure he could have went to the court over that.
There's all kinds of. The NFL is one of the few leagues that still the Players Association, the players themselves have no real pull when it comes to contracts and stuff. If they're under contract, the team has full control over them. Just like Andrew Luck is still fully under control of the Indianapolis Colts. So if he ever were to want to come back out of retirement,
Right, you go to the Colts.
the Colts still own his rights, and he's still technically under contract for however many years was on his last contract.
Yeah. and,
Because if you don't play that year, the contract doesn't expire. It doesn't count as because how your contract is written in the NFL. It's years played. The only way to get around it is if you have a injury that you suffer cut on the football field, like
And that's
you get
what
hurt.
happened with Barry Sanders with his contract because he didn't want to play Detroit anymore, but they wouldn't release him.
Exactly. That's why he retired.
yeah,
Just like Calvin Johnson did the same thing.
Yeah, Gronk retired and they traded his contract and he came out of retirement.
No, Gronk came out of retirement.
No, they traded
And
his
then they
contract.
traded
They traded his contract and then he came out of retirement.
Well, no, he
was
told them
the
they were coming back, and they couldn't afford his contract, so they had to trade him.
Ah.
All right, but that seems about all the NFL news. Anything else going on in sports? What about the
I was
Olympics?
just wondering this. Okay, if Dan Marino, who's like 60 years old right now,
65.
came out of retirement and said, "Hey, let me take the 53rd roster on your Tampa Bay team. I don't want to play.
I just want a ring.
So when we win, I get a ring. Does that count him as getting a Super Bowl ring?
He has to play one
Eligible
down.
because he's in the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
No, I think you are eligible. The only thing is you have to retire a certain amount of years until you're eligible for the Hall of Fame. You can come back and play after that point if you choose to. It's just not something that happens because
Usually the time distance is so
usually
far.
when they retire, because I think it's like 5 years or something after retirement.
Yes.
So the person's going to have to somehow keep themselves in shape for at least 6 years, because until you're fully enshrined, if you go back and play, your time starts again.
I'm just saying that after, he's 6 years old. Obviously, he wouldn't play at all, but can they sign him like the day before the Super Bowl?
No, I don't think so.
Why not? They signed other people the day before Super Bowls. Other players.
Yeah, the week before, there has been that. I've seen that before. But I think for him to actually get the ring, he has to play at least 4 downs.
on kickoff.
Not on kickoff.
On field goal, extra points.
There you go.
Yes.
He'll hold the ball.
He can be laces out.
Laces
Dan.
out, Finkel.
It's out there. It's like, oh, and they lose the Super Bowl because he don't hold it right.
Ihorn is Finkel. Finkel is
Finkel's
Ihorn.
Ihorn. I went over that at football practice, actually.
So what about the Olympics? Anyone watch any of it?
No.
No.
Not much.
What do you mean,
watched?
no, there's been some interesting
I only
400
care
meter
for the
hurdles.
Olympics.
There
Bring
was-
me some curling.
There was no curling on, so I didn't watch it. I wanted to watch the drunk dads that just wanted to get away from the house for the weekend.
Yeah, it's the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry,
how
it's only
how
one more
many
year
players
till-
are on the curling team.
There was
5?
Four.
No, I think there's 5 because there's
An alternate.
an alternate.
Oh yeah, and the alternate
So
doesn't count.
we actually could get together and
Throw Chris on. Yeah, all
Yes.
5 of us. We could be a curling team.
we could actually one day be the curling team for the United States.
I don't know. You might be too old to qualify for the Olympics.
Nah, he's good.
No, curling doesn't matter. He's just gotta be flexible.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I think the U.S. team had to pay for their own way to go to the Olympics last time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
They didn't get sponsored to go, so they all had to pay out of pocket to go to the Olympics.
And then they won
They
the
get enough
gold.
people together just to pay for that ticket. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly,
I think they got
won.
reimbursed for it. I think when people found out they were legit, they got reimbursed for it.
Did you see that thing where had like how much money you get and like
for medals?
Yeah, if you're in Japan, you get like €1 million or what? Not euro,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, million. Yeah, there's a.
And
yeah, if you're a gold medalist in the United States, you get $3,200 or $32,000.
Yeah, something like that.
Everyone else
I thought it was
gets
37.5. I thought it's 37.5.
basically
something like that.
a year's pay for middle income or whatever. But yeah, but still,
yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, there's been some. The 400-meter hurdles have been the best. I've been kind of keeping up with a little bit here and there. The 400-meter hurdles. There's two guys, one from America, one from Poland or something. These two, the guy who won it, world record, under 47 seconds.
Holy crap!
That's
like all three of them placed higher than the old world record or something.
Yeah, all three of them's time was higher than the old world record prior to this year's Olympic trials and whatnot.
Wow.
Matter of fact, the person who won it 4 years ago, this time would not have even placed.
Yes,
that's how it was. Oh, there's two people that did the high jump or whatever. The
long jump.
No, the high jump.
Oh, high
jump. Smitty was right. Yeah,
they kept going back and forth because no one could do that last one ever, so they shared the gold medal.
Yeah, they were going to do a jump off, but the guys decided apparently they're friends from college or something, and they went, "We're both gold medalists," and they decided not to do the jump off.
Like, can we just share it? And they said, "Yeah." So
yeah,
the guy from France and the guy from Kenya, I think, or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But
then the 400-meter women's hurdles was the same situation where the top two people both broke the world. They were both Americans. I think it was both broke the old world record.
Wow.
Damn, that COVID vaccine, man, does some shit to you, man.
Apparently.
I want testing for doping.
Go.
Apparently you gotta start testing that shit. Hey, don't worry, you can hang pictures off yourself too.
Yeah, it's all that stupid shit.
Oh, I've seen it work. It's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen Nate do it yet. I don't
Hey, go get a magnet.
Stick it to your arm.
He gets 5G at his house now because of it.
He's wondering why he's got in shape so much easier than ever before.
I just don't eat anymore.
I don't know. Have you seen him recently? He's gotten a little bit rounder. He's starting to look more like thick than thick.
I've lost 6 pounds.
Really?
Have you?
Like a week, yeah.
What'd you take a poop?
Yes, he did.
No, I eat maybe 600 calories a day.
What are you eating?
Nothing.
Not really.
Celery.
I had
Are you
some
not hungry?
skunks and some Cape Cod chips today.
You're not hungry at all?
No, I had some chicken too with some vegetables.
You gotta tell me what you're doing. Is it a mental thing? You're just too freaked out to be eating? Because I need to get stressed like that.
I can go probably 48 hours without eating.
I've done that a couple of times.
I get too bored.
I was gonna say recently it's like I'll go like an hour and I'm like, ooh, I need something to snack on.
Yeah.
Now,
If I go 2 hours, I'm like, ooh, what can I find to snack on now?
The most calories I get in a week is Monday night, and that's because we drink on Monday nights, and now we're doing this Thursday, so I'll probably get more calories in then as well.
Means you'll eat less. Yes, liquid calories go right through you. Well, if you drink the hard stuff, Nate, you won't get have any calories.
I have to drink something without sugar in it.
If you mix it with the soda like I do, then yes, they do have calories.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can get the caffeine-free diet, sugar-free diet Coke.
Mm-hmm. Smitty, we can do that too. The Coke Zeros and the Pepsi Zeros and all that.
You could just go get some real Coke and you lose all kinds of weight pretty quickly.
Hey, Amanda's back. She came to check in to see if she could hear
That's
me.
a good idea. That's a damn good idea. I know I'm not gonna know your analysis the whole time I'm in the Army. I'm pretty sure of that. So
I thought about just trying to swallow a tapeworm.
Well,
if you can find them, Nate, I'll join you.
There was those weight loss pills years ago that used to have tapeworms in them.
What?
Tapeworm? Years ago there was like I forget
was...
which pill it was, but there was like they'd go around door to door salespeople and sell you this weight loss pill.
Yeah, it was
and
like
it actually worked
in the
because
90s.
there was tapeworm larvae inside the pills. So when you ate it, it would actually dissolve and the tapeworm would attach to your intestines and grow as you ate. So in theory,
then you had
your
to
body
deworm
could be
yourself.
eating your body away. Yeah.
And you can buy dewormer at a Tractor Supply, so
Yeah, that's for animals.
it works the same.
How do they get rid of worms if you got worms? They just like cut them out, or they give you pills? Or
No,
what?
you get the same
Surgery.
You basically
Oh.
get the same pills that doctors give you for dogs. As long as it's
Or
not,
if
as long as it's not
If it's
heartworm,
bad enough.
as long as it's only like a tapeworm like of the intestines, you're fine. As long as it's not heartworms, you can just take
Well,
the pills.
no,
and you're
it
good.
depends. It depends how many there are and how
Yeah, how big it is.
big it is. Because if it gets too much where it completely blocks your whole intestine, they have to go in and surgically cut it out
Yeah.
and literally just take it and just yank piles of worms out of your body.
Ugh.
Sometimes they'll go in and just grab from your ear and just start pulling, and it looks like the magician thing where they just keep pulling the rope out of this.
I'll do the natural way. I'll just die. You lose a lot of weight when you die.
Oh, no, it's only the third, but the Steelers are up 9-3. So
Oh, I stopped watching that. That was boring.
Yeah, I'm on the Olympics now.
yeah,
That's what I did. I'm on high jumping or pole
Yeah.
vaulting, I should say.
pole
Did
vault.
you see the American from South Carolina? It was raining, so they postponed the start. And then when they started it, she pushed her pole down, and because it was wet in the box, apparently when it started to bend, it snapped. It's like it kicked and snapped. And
Oh.
then it was like that was like in warm-ups too. And then she went and then she messed her whole like hip flexor up or something. And then she went to try and run to do another one, and she couldn't even run. Now she's in surgery for it.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, she was supposedly like one of the top American qualifiers too.
I would have sued weather,
Yeah.
Mother Nature. I'm suing you.
Come on, they're athletes. They play hurt.
Play hurt, damn it.
That's the question. Are you injured or are you hurt?
Yep. That's what we ask the kids. Are you injured or you hurt? 'Cause if you're injured, you go sit on the side. You go sit on the bench. If you're just hurt, you're fine.
You just hurt. Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah.
I can see my bone.
Well,
Yeah, I
that's
can't.
injured. If you
That's hurt. Throw some tape on it. You're good to go.
if we
I'll
can't
push you
if
back in. It will heal.
Yeah. If you
She
can't
was
see
very
the
excited
bone,
she
it don't
made that
hurt
one.
that bad. All right. Well, we've been at this for almost an hour, so
Okay, we've heard a lot of Travis talks football. So
yeah. So
oh, she didn't
Make
make
it
it.
through all the questions, which was good.
yeah, you got
Very
through.
interesting that you all think the way you think, and I'm really looking forward to giving our picks next time we're on.
Yes, next
Ye-
week we will do our preseason for the season, end of season record picks.
Did that girl just win gold for the pole vault?
Sure did.
Yep, she did. Katie,
So when are we gonna do the our fantasy draft?
I don't know. I got kicked out of the group chat.
September 9th.
September
Right?
9th. Is that? I don't know. I don't remember.
I think it
so.
was that Sunday.
Yeah.
Or was it
Sunday
that-
before the game?
Driving on the September 9th.
Well, then you guess you auto pick.
Guess so.
You can call me and I can pick for you.
Okay, I'll let Nate pick for me. Pick me the worst players there is, Nate.
I'll draft 5 kickers in the first 5 rounds for you.
Well, no,
Play
Smitty, I'm
they
not.
score points in your league. That's probably a pretty good idea.
No, Smitty, I'm not currently playing in the league. So if you
Oh,
want,
that's right.
I can be on a phone call with you and I can make your picks for you as we go if you wanted to.
Are you coming up here, Smitty?
I am.
Sweet.
He's got a Dolphins game to go to.
As long, I mean,
yes.
I'm just waiting for my leave to get approved.
Approved.
That should be, because the whole thing is if you are within 50 miles of this post, you don't have to go through all the rigmarole or whatever. You just got the approval from the BC. If you go outside of 50 miles and you're unvaccinated like me, you have to send that up to the DG or the CG's doctor or whatever. And it comes back down. He has to say okay, and then the BC signs off saying it's okay. But my leave just going to be, right here in the area. I may take a trip during that leave right here in this area, but, the actual leave is right here.
There you go.
So it don't have to go anywhere. It's got to be approved by the BC.
There you go.
He knows you're leaving. He watches he listens to your podcast.
That would be. I'm pretty sure that counseling statements out yin yang if you listen to any of my podcasts.
Speaking of podcasts, if you want to see Nate and Smitty, they host a live radio show on Monday nights.
You
on
can't see them.
Teaser.
You can only hear them on Monday nights.
But they talk all sorts of fun stuff on TISA Radio, if I remember correctly.
TSIR.airtime.pro.
And that is the Talking Stuff podcast radio.
Talking Stuff with Nate and Smitty.
And
that's Talking Stuff Internet Radio is the broken out acronym.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as cool. And this place has tats. This is tats.
Yes,
tats.
Actually, tomorrow night, there's going to be a special OG Talking Stuff with Nate and Smitty, and I believe we're just doing missed connections and just bullshitting around like we used to do back in the day.
Oh, the good times.
So it's a throwback show?
It is.
Yeah, just a
It does
throwback
sound like
of
a
that
throwback
stuff,
show.
talking, drinking, and doing an hour and a half of just BSing.
Mm-hmm. And we will be doing it live on Teaser, and it'll also be available on Talking Stuff podcast, wherever you get your podcasts.
But it won't be on YouTube.
We will not be on YouTube.
They are not on YouTube.
Failed with that one.
I have a face for YouTube. Smitty has a voice for radio.
I have a voice for. I have a face for you. No, you ain't got a face for YouTube.
You guys both have a face for radio.
Yeah, we both got a voice for print.
I don't have a voice for radio or video.
You do have a voice for radio.
Oh, you're so sweet.
You just have a face that's round and fat, so you don't get.
Well, it's a little red too. Let's be flushing all day.
I've been drinking. I get a little flush when I drink.
I had two of those.
You were red before.
I didn't know how long we were going to go, but apparently I didn't make it through the first one.
I miss your facial hair there, Nate. I'm sad that you have to
your.
The facial hair will come back after tomorrow.
Are you going to grow it big as mine, or are you going to have to shave it again before it gets there?
Oh, I hear Bandit.
Yeah.
Not shave until I have to again.
Oh, Bandit baby.
What?
I'm
It's
not
time
retired.
for me to
I
go to
have
the bathroom.
like Travis.
All right, guys.
All right, Bandit's saying it's time to end the show.
That's all,
folks.
Are we doing a pig drop, or are we just saying bye?
I already did. All right, bye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.